Lesson 97 is on mean, median, range, and mode. And what these are just different ways to look at a set of numbers. Scientists like to collect numbers from when they record something, when they make an observation. They may have some numbers that they record down, and they want to work with those and maybe compare those numbers to another set of numbers. And there's different tools that scientists might use to help them work with those numbers. And that's what mean, median, mode, and range are about. They're just different tools that we can use, not just scientists, but anybody who needs to work with numbers. They can use these tools to help them work with the numbers. Now, one important thing to remember is that I think mathematics, one of its most important reasons that we have mathematics is that it's a tool that we can use to study God's creation and therefore know more about Him. I mean, just think about it. Why have you done 84 lessons of math this year just so that you can know math? That's not the best reason in the world to do it. A good reason, though, is to use it as a tool to study God's creation. So listen carefully to this lesson, because here is one way that you can use mathematics to study God's creation. Let's say you went out and you were doing research on salmon, and you went to the stream and you collected 6 salmon and you weighed all 6 of them, and so you have that information in a table there, salmon 1 through 6, and then their weights. And we wanted to know what the mean, the median, the mode, and the range were for that particular set of data. So let's just go ahead and start working on it. The mean, all the mean is the average of those numbers. You just learned about average in lesson 96. Remember, to figure out an average, you just add up the numbers and then divide by however many items there are in the group. So mean is just another word used to describe average. To find the mean of those numbers, you just add them up, divide by how many there are. So there are 6 numbers there. Let's add them all together first. 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4. Now I like to add in pairs. 5 and 4 is 9, plus 6 and 4 is 10. Plus 3 and 4 is 7. And so then I have 9 and 10 is 19 plus 7. That's equal to 26. To find the average, I need to divide that by 6. We won't worry about doing all the long division right now. That would be 4 and 2/6, which we would want to reduce to 4 and 1/3. So that is the mean, and we could even put kilograms next to it since we're working with weight here. The average weight of these salmon is 4 and 1/3 kilograms. That's all the mean is the average. Now what about median? What does that mean? Median is the middle number in the group of numbers. If you ordered these numbers from lowest to highest, the median is the middle number. So let's just rewrite these numbers in order from lowest to highest. We have a 3, a 4, actually 3 4s, a 5, and a 6. Now the median, that's the number that's in the exact middle of all the numbers. We'll just think about it. We have 3, 4, 4, and then we have 4, 5, 6. So what we need to do is find the number that's in between those two, in between the 4 and the 4. So what we do when we have an even set of data like this is we find the average. Find the average between those two numbers, because to the left you have 3, to the right you have 3. Find the average of those two. That's the median. Well, the average of 4 and 4 would just be 4. So the median, therefore, is 4 kilograms. Now, just for a comparison here, just think if you had this set of data, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The median on that would just be 3, because it's right in the middle. So you have 2 to the left, 2 to the right. When you have an odd set of data, an odd number of numbers there, then the median is that middle number. When you have an even set of data like we have here, you have to find the average between those two middle numbers, because you basically have two numbers that they're kind of competing for being in the middle. You find the average of those, and that is your median. Let's talk about mode next. Mode is any numbers that occur more than one time. So obviously here 4 occurs more than one time, so our mode is 4 kilograms. And then the range, that's just the difference between the lowest and the highest number. Our lowest number is 3, our highest number is 6. So we say 6 minus 3 is 3 kilograms. That's the range of numbers there. Now, why don't you do a problem and figure out the mean, median, mode, and range? Let's say we went to another river and caught some more salmon, and these were the weights of the 6 salmon. So now we can use mean, median, mode, and range, and we can compare the salmon in this stream to the salmon in the other stream. It's kind of hard just to look at that set of data like it is right now and compare those two sets of data. So go ahead and pause the CD, see if you can find the mean, median, mode, and range for that set of numbers, and then we can compare the two. So the mean for that set of data, if you add those up, you should get 31, and then divide that by 6, and you get 5 1/6 kilograms for the mean. The median, that's between the third and the fourth, since we have 6 numbers there, so that would be right here, and it's between two 5s, two similar numbers, so the median is just going to be 5 kilograms. The mode, that's the number or numbers that occur more than one time, so we have 2 modes. We would say this is a bimodal set of data because we have 2 modes. The 4 and the 5 both occur more than one time. And then the range is just the difference between the largest and the smallest. 7 minus 4 is 3 kilograms. So now look, we can compare these numbers a whole lot easier. We can compare the medians, the average weight of the salmon in both streams, 5 1/6 in one stream, 4 1/3 kilograms in the other stream. So the most recently done stream that we calculated, the weight is about a kilogram more in that stream compared to the previous one. Now, a scientist might look at that data and say, wow, that's a pretty big difference, almost a kilogram, which is about 2.2 pounds. Now, why are the salmon in one stream that much heavier than in the other stream? Is there something genetic? Is it the food that they eat? Just what is it? So a scientist would ask more questions and be able to do more research based on just that simple comparison there, just finding the mean of those 2 sets of data. A scientist would ask a lot of other questions and do more research to learn more about those 2 streams and the salmon that live in them. So as you can see, mean, median, mode, and range, that data, using that to work with data, using those tools to work with numbers, allow you to learn more about God's creation and how He designed it to work. Okay, well that's all for lesson 97.